Hello, hello, just in case. Oh yeah, I turned all the sound down because I was trying to do this while I was... That's why I haven't heard anything. Oops, sure. Background ambient sounds are way too loud. Okay, just in case, this is a Gale-Force warning. I'm re-attuning to the Aetheryte at Nadalon. Oh, I don't want to do it. I've already done that. Wait, oh, I don't want that. I want to go up here, sorry. Attune, baby, attune. Just in case there's a cutscene. And there is. Side quest to, I think, probably unlock Garuda Extreme. We see two Ascians, black-robed, kind of looking upon us from on top of a taller rock in this snowy, hilly, black, rocky wasteland kind of thing. And they're gone. When you turn around, you sense their presence, spun to face them. They're gone. And the Howling Eye Extreme is now accessible. And that's the end of this video. Well, nah. No. Well, where's the next thing? Nah, fine. It'll take me like no time to get there. And by that I mean probably like 3 minutes. Where in what? Too late now. Lord, lift you up where we belong. Nope. Airship to Fenland. Let's Ulda. So we will continue with the storyline. I don't know if this is inside. Also, I can get rid of this quest tracking. I don't need to. At some point in time, I will have to do all these frickin' extremes just to get them off my quest list. But also, it would be a good idea to go through the quest list and see if there's anything I have completed that I just didn't know about. So Alphino and Alice, I just learned this morning, yesterday, one of those 2 days, that Talus and Jaffe, who is on Critical Role, one of the main starters of Critical Role and been with them since the beginning, is the voice of Thancred. And that's pretty cool. When we were free. So what was the other one? Gale-Force warning. And when we were... Okay, hold on. Sorry. Gale-Force warning when we were free. Okay. Story quest. So, to review, we are reliably informed that the members of the Alamegan resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals, our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be wholly unaware of the Resistance's movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Mercy, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of town? Alice and I will do the same in the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here to share our findings. Aye aye, Captain. Random mount gives me the dragon. Let's go up first, because that's just the way I did it. Audlin, a male, sitting on his butt, on the ground. Eh? The Resistance? Damned if I know. It's not as if I'd be of any use to him. If you set store by all these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you. But I'm too old for the Mask's bedtime stories. This is our lot, and it's time we got used to it. This is our lot. As in, like, this is our fate. This is all we have. Our lot in life. Let's jump this. Okay. Now we're on the main level, the low level. Sifrid seems a familiar name. Let me guess. Come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. While he's lit a fire in every Alamegan's heart, he's also inspired more than a few Uldans to pledge themselves to the cause. And little wonder, the Garleans won't stop until we're all under the yoke. And Talabo. I see you there, going around asking questions, looking for the Griffin and his lot, I'll bet. Seems they're the talk of little Alamigo these days. Folk wondering what he's about, and what he's got in store for the Garleans, and what's under that mask of his, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face, what with all the scars. Others reckon he's been marked for death by the Empire, and that they'd send a bloody legion if they knew he was here. Your guess is as good as mine. It said snort, and I didn't entirely do a snort the way I intended to. I don't know how to get whatever. Doesn't matter. Not gonna try anymore. I suppose I should ask what you learned, but I already know. This Griffin seems to be the leader of a newly formed faction within the Resistance, the Masks, yet despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them, only that they are the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamegan liberation is unrivaled. We can but hope their revolutionary fervor is never channeled in the direction of a primal. Though I feel confident that this is the group which received the crystal shipments, we yet lack proof. Before taking any action, I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions, and mayhap enlist his help while I am about it. Given that you and Gundabald are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you took the lead, shall we? Gundabald, my well-earned, grizzled friend, and leader of Little Alamigo. Mustachioed, white-haired gentleman. Much as it pleases me to see you again, Mercy, I cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. The Griffin? Aye, I know of him, as do we all. He and his masks have become a leading faction within the Resistance. Though there was suspicion at first, given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished, but I have not forgotten Wilred. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken temple of Quarn. Go and see him with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. 'Tis but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him. Alright. Sorry, I'm going to turn on my overhead fan. Get some airflow. Add some ice to my drink, but I will do that after this video. I am a professional. I'm not a professional. I'm very bad at this. I haphazardly slap these videos together with no effort or editing at all. I do try to do the voices as much as I can, but that's about all you can get from me, because I don't wanna. If there was an if I could get a well-priced editing program that didn't take fucking forever to, I don't know, whatever, anyway. Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within. He and I walk up with a cutscene. It doesn't look very sunken. There's a kind of like a super cool armored white masked
brothers and sisters. 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labour till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery.
But yeah, white hood that kind of comes to a little bit of a point above his forehead with some gold embroidery around the edges. That white mask that has, like, half of it does have some, like, silver kind of designs. Almost maybe like a dragon kind of design on it. White, silver, darker armor with kind of like pauldrons on the shoulders that have spikes, kind of, and just, it's really cool looking too. Kind of like Assassin's Creed-ish, but like more armored, I think, because I've never really played that game. I've only seen covers, little videos here and there. And he's got a crowd here.
The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now.
What?
A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us. And they have murdered us. But no more. Blood demands blood. And the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands. This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends, a power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamigan standard raised over the mountains of Gir Albania once more.
Gir Albania. The mountains of Gir Albania.
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
You see... Oh, Papalimo and Ida.
What are you two doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Awesome.
Well, well, this is quite the surprise.
He sounds different.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
It's more normal. He was like this before. And now he's like this. It's more different. you can compare some of the other videos where he talks. I mean, you're gonna find them, because fuck if I know which ones it could be. But anything in the first 50 levels, really, where there is actual cutscenes I'm talking about. Anyway, here's Alfino, Ida, Papalimo, myself. Excuse me. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. And you! And you! This is supposed to be Ida. And you! Though that was pretty obvious you and Mercy would be fine. The Crystal Braves never had a realistic chance of capturing any of the Scions, divided as they were and distrusted by the better part of Eorzea. But if you truly believe that, forgive me, what exactly have you two been doing all this time? They look to each other. Repaying a favor. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Ul'dah, and we would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. That's right. They smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Alamigo, all at great risk to themselves. Obviously, we couldn't let that go unacknowledged, so we offered to help them out with their operations for a while. When we learned of the Scion's exoneration, that Lolorito had severed all ties with the Crystal Braves, and that General Raban had been reinstated, we resolved to make contact. But having long since discarded our link pearls as a precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to a courier. I gather from your puzzled expressions, however, that you never received it. Did we? I don't think so. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the masks are happy to let the refugees spread the word within the community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. Oh, and we also heard a rumor that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? She nods. Curious. It is well known that we are no friends to Garlemald. One would think the man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. Ah, I should say the man you saw was not in fact the Griffin, but an impersonator, and a talented rabble-rouser to boot. 'Twould not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have gathered, the Griffin is an extremely cautious and distrusting man who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of it all. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. Everybody, what? It's not as if I'm making all of you wear one, and mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. I guess we're all shocked because she's worn a mask, like the half mask this entire time. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man For all the good it did. And now you have heard the whole of it. But tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? You explain. Summoning? You're not serious. I can't believe it. The Resistance would never even entertain such a ridiculous plan, but the Griffin, well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say without any confidence what he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make reference to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The masks have made many such claims of late. I confess, I had assumed it to be more bluster, but in the context of the shipments of which you spoke, it is not impossible that they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we'll find out together, and if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed, that is, assuming you'll have us. Yeah. Duh. When we were free is complete. It's a really good rhyme, spoiled by the ending of the actual word. Okay, I will see you guys soon, next time, very soon. Okay, bye.